Live streaming was made for creators to engage with their audience. In our times of today, the format is revolutionary, wherein every other form of media is made to maximize our engagement. Yet, I can't help but notice that it's losing its charm and getting in line with every other form of media, even if it was designed to be the exact opposite.
I don't know about you, but over these last few years since the pandemic, I've grown way less attached to individual creators. I was never obsessed in a parasocial sense, but it feels like nobody is authentic anymore.
I think that the pandemic added to this. Most large creators got their biggest audience back then, which doesn't necessarily mean the most money, but most definitely the most attention.
I've made this video 5 times. Not 5 thumbnails, 5 complete scripts. 1 complete version, and another version that was nearly done that isn't this one. And God willing, this be the last version.
I'm overly obsessive, which is why this time I'm forcing myself to publish this version, no matter how it turns out. Engaging authenticity. That's the content which people get the most of. No missing personalities, opinions you may disagree with, but just the respect for the creators being real, while still remaining entertaining. It's a difficult balance. Most creators have likely struggled with balancing this exact thing. Being too real to the point that you're no longer entertaining, or being too fake that you lose exactly what made your content yours, yourself.
MrBeast is a company, not a person. James Stephen Donaldson was the person who started it all, but nowadays it's a lot more than just him.
Think about it. So much of the MrBeast content nowadays involves other characters. MrBeast the person is just the host now. He's there to engage, but the authentic moments rarely lie within the host.
The same thing happened with streaming, Cenat, but it had different effects.
Engagement via authenticity. That's the struggle a lot of creators face. There's a balance. It varies from person to person, but sometimes you overcommit yourself to one and lose your audience from it.
I've seen a lot of talented animators switch to making slop content to varying degrees of success. Some would even switch to posting raw and unedited footage, and it lost them a lot of their audience. That's loss of audience due to loss of engagement.
I've seen a lot of authentic creators turn too corporate, losing sight of what made their content special, and to varying degrees of success as well. Cenat.
Over the years, he became less and less the center of his content and more the host of it. Daily celebrity appearances, constant side characters when he was away, or even sleeping, it was less Kai over time.
The shift of less authenticity to more engagement-based content is also reflected in his personality, growth. He isn't the same person he was when he initially blew up.
He became so successful that his only competition was himself, for he had taken over his own lane.
So, when he quit to make raw, low-effort, unedited content, which is such a downgrade, too much of a sudden switch to authenticity over engagement, which was the opposite of his pinnacle, he was clowned.
Ultimately, that's what I call the performance economy.
Supply and demand. The internet doesn't decide what's real, it decides what performs. And right now, performance is winning, but that's never forever lasted. This is, of course, my belief. Do you feel the same?
A couple of years ago, it became a trend for YouTubers to start second channels with lower quality contents, but that featured more of their personality. This didn't mean that these videos had to be fully authentic. Engagement was definitely still very much in the mix, but it was clear that these channels were made with a demand for authenticity.
Today is just a result of all of the yesterdays. Who knows what people want in a year from now? What would the you from a year ago think of how things have evolved to today? Do you even remember you, your surroundings, the content that meant something to you back such a short then?
Supply and demand, economy. Creators are just as addicted to content as viewers are. They're just addicted to the results of these videos. The numbers, the up arrows. Creators are, at the end of the day, just people. Professionalism aside, we're all just pawns. Check.
Sometimes people do extreme things to stay as a lead supplier in the limelight. The rotation we see in this often comes from live streamers as they fill in the content news gap cycle which fills every other social media. Is it even worth it?
Neon faked his death. Jack Doherty funneled viewers into OF and harassed innocent people. Johnny Somali got years in South Korean prison. Clavicular overdosed and luckily got back on his feet again. And these names are forgotten after their 15 minutes. Their authenticity is for a way smaller audience beyond the headlines, and their goal is to reach the largest audience possible by any means necessary. I don't think it's worth it.
The best remembered are the natural, authentic entertainers who don't have to fake their engagement. Those who make the largest impact are those who have their large following and their own economy, their own content circle. In the streaming world, that's our XUCs and Quesos. In the video space, that's our Jacksepticeyes, PewDiePies, Markipliers, our Technoblades. If we can even pluralize these people, for they are so unique.
It's still that endless rat race where we try to reach for the light at the end of the tunnel. I want to be myself, and I want to be known for being me, but I also want to give out something artistic to the world, rather than just being a personality.
That's why I wrote this video 5 times, but it's also why I forced myself to have this be the final time I did so. I can't keep optimizing, shaping, and deciding what version of honest plays better, because if I do, then I won't grow nearly as much as if I just figured it out as I went.
I've watched my friends trade their talent for consistency and their voice for an upload schedule, and as much as I hate it, I can't blame them. We don't reward patience, we reward presence.
So subscribe, like, let's play the game, but aware. Focus a little on the people behind the numbers. Thanks for watching.